There are three things a gay always needs.
Craziest thing happened to me today.
We gotta know the tea. We gotta keep the tea. We gotta be the best friend.
Guess who I saw on the dating app the other day?
I'm so glad that phones cannot talk, because if my phone could talk, the secrets that it would tell.
Wow, I really was blessed with good looks. Like, look at me.
Hello, everybody. Good day, gay. Welcome back to another episode of Good Day Gay. Baggage claim part 2. Cheers. Because you know what? You said you unpacked it, but it's still all over the goddamn floor. So I'm one of your hosts, Russell Ray, aka Rusty. You can follow me on Instagram at RussellXRaymond. Please say hello to my co-host, Pauly B, aka Mr. Biohan. What's up?
G'day, guys. It is g'day, guys.
We're both out of it. Okay,
We're both out of it today.
Let me give you all some insight. Paul is hungover.
I'm not hungover, thank you very much. I'm just tired. That's why I have a large glass of
hungover
Coke.
from life because he was partying all night long. But I am actually just getting over being sick. So y'all know me. I'm always sick. Oh, you are?
You are? You are sick?
Oh, you are sick? Do you want an award?
It's like literally... Oh! I feel like, I don't know, the viewers today are going to get either something really stupid, or they're going to get something, like, really fucking good.
We're gonna say let's go with number 2. And also, like, I'm so pasty right now. Look how pasty I am. Just malnourished. I haven't been to the gym in a week.
At least you're in like natural light. Whereas again, like I said, for my place to have natural light, I need to open that fishbowl door, and I'm like literally sitting in the dark with a fish, like my ring light just on me, and so I'm just like this little person in the dark with a ring light. I probably look like a
God, how
weird
cute. You should have a blanket on so you look like a little old lady.
And they'll be like, why is my neighbor a little old lady in a man's body?
Well, some people might be into that.
And you know what we're not into? Baggage.
Baggage.
Oh gosh. Sorry to the viewers out there. We're gonna get into this. We're gonna get into this.
I'm not apologizing for nothing. You're welcome. We're giving you this. Okay. Now.
So
welcome back. This is part 2. We're gonna start off with, because I feel like it was my fault. It got rushed last week. I had things I had to do, but we are gonna talk about acceptable baggage versus not. Okay, so let's just give them a refresher. Paul, what is some acceptable baggage?
Acceptable baggage is when you've got baggage, but you've you know that it's there, but you're like doing something about it. Like, yes, I can't even think right now.
Is family an acceptable baggage for you?
What do you mean by family?
Okay, so for me, it's one of two things with someone else's family. So
you brought this up last week, I think.
Yes. You did. So it could be one of two things. If you are the type of person who was attached to one of your family members at the hip, and their opinion means everything to you, and it's going to continuously spill over into the relationship. Like, my sister thinks this, my brother thinks this about our relationship. Like, that is baggage that can be checked at the door. Now, if you have family drama baggage, as in like, oh my God, they're so annoying, none of them get along, so we're just not going to go to this event for this family event. Then I'm like, okay, I'm cool with that, because you can recognize that that's an issue, and you're not willing to drag me into this until I'm comfortable enough with you to be like, no, you know what? Let's go ahead and go to this family function. Like, I got your back. No one's gonna say anything. I don't care what anybody says about me. I'm there for you, not for them.
Yeah, and I think that's sort of what I was saying, where it's like it's what you do with the baggage, right? So yes, if you've got family baggage, it is what it is, but what are you going to do about it? Are you going to acknowledge it? Are you gonna do something about it? Are you gonna try and fix it? Are you gonna make the best out of it? I don't know. What are you gonna do about it? I feel like the 10 a.m. me is very direct. Like, what are you gonna do about it?
What's some other acceptable baggage? It's credit card debt acceptable baggage.
Credit card debt is acceptable baggage if there is a budget and a cash flow statement. I'm such a finance bro. Credit card debt is
Look,
an acceptable baggage.
you are better with numbers than I am.
You're good with the tech. I'm good with the numbers, baby.
Hey, not smart.
Again, we're gay. We're not smart. I literally said that to someone in the office the other day. I was like, look, I'm not smart. I'm smart. Let's go back to credit card debt. Credit card debt, again, is fine as an acceptable baggage, but are you paying it off or are you accumulating it? Like, do you have a plan? Do you have a plan to pay it off? Because I guess that just shows as well, like, is your potential partner one good with money, or is your, significant other like not conscious about money and cash flow? Maybe that's a question we should ask. Like, is like in a relationship, like, should finances separate finances? Is that a red flag?
Ooh, I feel seen because I have separate finances in all my relationships.
But does that work? Does that work?
It works for me because as long as you're giving me in our relationship what I need. So like if we live together and you can pay your half of the rent and you can pay your car payment and you can pay your insurance, I'm not worried about anything else that you're doing with your money. Now,
do you have joint would you do joint things together as well? So like separate accounts, but then like joint, like holiday savings, or like, no. I don't know, is that a thing? Oh, no.
Nope. If we set a budget and said we each need 3,000 for this trip, 3,000 better be on that table by the time it's ready to go. And that's it.
Yeah.
I don't care how you get it. I don't care what kind of hustling you got to do. As long as that money is there, I know you're handling your business. If it's not, that's strike one. And if it's not there again, that's strike two. And if it's not there again, you ain't even going to be there. And I'm just going to take your money. And that's strike three because you're out.
Hands off, Gabriella. Sorry, that's in my head, that song. I love Cat's Eye. Shout out to Cat's Eye. Okay, we need to get into it.
That's the end of our episode. Thank you guys for tuning in today. So another form of baggage is when people actually think that they've done the work, but they haven't.
Oh my gosh, don't even start with that.
I just did. So fill them in.
I'm not going to say who it was. I think if you know me and you're listening to this episode, you know who I'm talking about.
No, I know who you're talking
about. But so basically, when you're in a relationship, oh my gosh, I'm like, we are live and I'm choosing my words here. But when you're in a relationship and you've been like, gaslit and like, meant to feel like being made to feel like you're crazy, like it's not a nice feeling, right? So then when said person that makes you feel that way reaches out to you and apologizes for how they made you feel, like, that's a nice feeling. But then when said person comes back again a few months later and starts making you feel that way again, it's like, did you say that you did the work on yourself, but we're back where we started? Like, did you not do the work? Like, because I'm confused. Did you work on your shit or not? Like if you're going to work on your shit, like, own it and like, just own it.
I think, guys, I cannot get this out right. Hold on. I think
that's better. I like that better.
I think guys do enough to get you hooked back, and then they go back into their old routine. Of like, oh, you don't take care of yourself. You're not, you don't, like, for example, like you don't care to really dress that well, blah, blah. Then they'll be like, oh, they'll put effort into their look. They'll go start getting groomed. They'll do their hair. They'll start doing their nails. They're start getting, they'll start being manicured in that aspect. And then once they lock you down again, they start slipping back into their old style. Like, I'm not going to get that. We're just going to be walking around in basketball shorts, and a t-shirt. And I'm not going to comb my hair because who cares? I'm just with you. I'm not trying to impress anybody. That's always the excuse. I'm not trying to impress anybody. Like, you're trying to impress me.
Yeah. And like, again, I think that's literally where, as human beings, as gay millennials, like the first person that we have to look after is ourselves. Like, so, to look after yourself and give yourself love and self-care and self-love. Like, if you love yourself, then you would set the boundaries to be like, look, if we're going to get back together, then you better play the part. Like, you better
100%.
You better play the part. You better act. You better come to the game. You better come to the table. Come to the table.
Okay, so there is a saying that my mom used to say. I mean, I'm sure everyone's mom used to say this, but they're an X for a reason. What lesson did you learn from this? Take that lesson and move forward. Don't return back to learn the lesson again, because you're going to learn it harder. And I've learned that lesson hard multiple times, because I'll be like, it's fine. And then it's like, next thing you know, like, back up Schitt's Creek, here we go again. And then it's like, maybe next time if they mess up. And I'm like, all right, here they go messing up again. And my mom's like, do you think you had enough about learning this lesson?
I've got another one for you then, which like carries on from that. Is it a red flag to, or like you're learning the lesson again and you're falling into those patterns? Is it because you're trying to rewrite the wrongs of the past or rewrite the wrongs of the last relationship? Like, do you know what I mean?
Like, daddy, I can fix him type situation?
Yeah, but almost like, okay, so you dated this person that was like emotionally unavailable and you ended that, and then you meet another person that's clearly emotionally unavailable, but yeah, you're kind of like, no, I can do this. Like, I can make them change. Like, I can rewrite the wrongs of the past. Like,
no, I think.
Yeah.
Are you talking about like me personally?
I mean, if you want to give a personal example, if you want to get vulnerable.
Did I lose you?
Wait, are you gone? Did I lose you? No, you're there. Oh my gosh. I was like, I was like, don't leave me on this podcast by myself right now. I am like, tired and hungover. Oh no, moment of the week. No, moment of the week. Not hungover. Oh gosh, I hope everyone loves this.
God was
like, everyone loves our banter
for you today.
Can I just say? Can I just say to the viewers, like, this is how you and I talk. Do you know what I mean? Like, when we're off camera and when we're off live, like, this is legitimately how we talk. So you guys are getting the real us.
The real
today.
Us. Just a pale version for some reason. I think it's
a pale and puffy-eyed version of us.
It's definitely how light this room is. It's not doing me justice. I will say that. I mean, I just did get over being sick. Maybe if I get closer to the camera. Nope, still pale.
No.
No, not at least look at my teeth though. They're cute.
Yeah, your teeth look great.
I do.
Let's go back to my question.
Sorry. What's the question again?
Like, trying to rewrite the wrongs of the past. Like, have you found yourself there? Have you been in that situation, or have you met someone that is like clearly dating you to rewrite their past, to like try and do better?
I think when that happens, it a lot of times is just because you have a type. And like your type is this type of person who tends to also follow with these same kind of characteristics in which was wrong in your last relationship. What's important to know is that if you recognize that there's a baggage issue, you have to recognize that that comes with a certain type of person. And so you need to avoid that like the plague. So for myself, I think when I was dating, my red flag moments. I
Oh,
tend to find and date people who want to move very quickly.
yeah,
That's
but that's
like,
because you're Latino.
we're together, you're my man, you're a hustler, like you do a good job, like, all the above. And I'm like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't have a fear of commitment. So anybody listening to this, I don't. I've been in multiple long-term relationships, so
She don't.
cut
She
it.
don't.
So, but at the same time, then I'm like, whoa, 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 pump the brakes. Because if anything, I'll cut you off right away. Because I'm like,
Mm,
moving too fast, red flag, on my nerves, asking too many questions. I don't need to tell you where I'm at all times. I don't need to share my
yeah,
location with
yeah, yeah.
you. We are not.
I'm I just want to share, like, I'll always remember one lesson that, like, my therapist taught me. And it was that, our bodies and our minds, like, we're attracted to past traumas, right? Because, like, that's what we know, like, past traumas, past hurts. Like, that's why we're always drawn back to the red flags that weren't successful, like, that didn't turn into green flags, because that's what our body knows and understands. Like, when
Yes.
something good actually is presented to us, our body is kind of like, oh my God, I'm not familiar with this green
Yeah.
flag. Like, yeah,
And so
I'll
we lose
always remember that.
security.
Yeah, exactly. So I always, like, think about that when I'm dating or when I'm thinking about a potential partner. Like, is this my body remembering trauma, or is this my body, like, welcoming in something new? Welcome in.
Mm.
Come into
Oh,
me. Uh, wait, what? Anyway, what were you going to talk about?
what do you want them to into you? Where was that again? Say that one more time. Slowly.
No, I was singing Addison Rae, like, Aquamarine, honey, dive into me. Anyway,
That
let's
that
move
didn't that
on.
didn't help at all.
It really didn't.
I
It
have a red
didn't.
flag story. Are we ready for this?
Give it to us.
Um. Okay. So this person wrote in and said, "So I met this guy, tall, tatted, very. I just moved here from Miami to start over type energy, which I love.
Mm-hmm.
Hyper mask
Mm-hmm.
men.
Mm.
First red
Hot.
flag? Question mark. His first text after we exchanged numbers was, "You up? I need a place to crash." I
What?
roll. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
This listener says, "I thought it was a joke." Spoiler alert, it wasn't.
I mean,
We go on a date anyways because
oh
we go on a date
gosh.
anyways because I have bad instincts and a discount code for emotional chaos. We meet at a dive bar in West Hollywood, and he shows up in slides and a tank top, and I swear,
Slides? Wait, stop. Slides. Did you say
yeah,
slides?
like Yeezys,
I can forgive a
yeah,
tank top, but not
slides.
slides. Oh my goodness. Wow.
And I
What?
swear on Beyonce's internet, he smelled right and like regret, which to me is like alcohol, cigarettes, and like maybe sweat. Anyways, so they say over drinks, he tells me, "I just got out of a really intense relationship with my landlord." And I say, "What? Like emotionally or financially?" He says, "Both." Red flag number two.
Oh my
He asked if
gosh.
I believe in monogamy after one drink. Not, do you want to be exclusive, but do you think humans are meant to be loyal? Sir, this is a vodka soda with cranberry, not a philosophy lecture.
Wow. Okay.
Red flag number three, midday, he goes to the bathroom and is gone for 20 minutes. I'm ready to leave because I'm over it and I don't like waiting on anybody. I start to think maybe he ditched me until I get a Venmo request for $30. I had to go to CVS. Tell me emergency. Can you cover my tab?
Wait, what?
Like the tab at the bar, I'm assuming. Like he had an open
There,
tab, but
I
but
feel
like
like
I don't know. This isn't clarified whether it's sent money or received money or like requests to like whatever.
I feel like
Anyways,
there's so much happening in that story right now. Like, how did this viewer end up in this situation? What is going on over there in the US? Why does this happen
the
in the
United
US? Is this
States
happening
is
in Australia?
the
Like,
United
is
States
this
is
literally happening in Australia? Oh my goodness.
United States is ghetto as can be. Okay, let me tell you, the dating here is ratchet. Um,
It sounds like
viewer
it.
says, I'm sitting there like, tell me emergency. Bitch, this is gaslighting, not gastrointestinal. Anyways, I secretly invite him over because I'm an idiot with a fully charged phone and low self-worth.
Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Who is this
When we
viewer?
get to
They're
mine,
making
he
me
takes his shoes
mad.
off and says, you know this person, but we won't get into it.
I love this
You know
person.
exactly who this person is.
I know, and I love him.
Um, do you mind if I sleep over? I haven't had a real bed since February. Girl, it's July. Excuse me, February? Not doing my best this month. Okay. And listen, I get it. Sometimes life is hard. Rent is harder. And this economy, baby, trust me, save it for Oprah because you don't need to tell me what I already know. This man immediately runs to my room, jumps on my bed, and tells me to come cuddle with him. And I'm like, excuse me, first of all, this is hot. Second of all, you're not staying the night. A final red flag. We fall asleep. My fault. I wake up at 4 a.m. This man is gone.
What did
Thank
he
God I
take?
hid my wallet because I feel like he would have stolen it.
Yeah.
But I also got a Venmo request for
For the Uber.
$50 for the part of the date that he covered. Which what? Like that didn't seem like he covered any part of this date. But I just cuddled back under my weighted blanket and went to sleep because what am I going to do at this point? Never heard from him again until a couple months later when he liked one of my thirst traps on IG and commented, I miss you.
I miss your bed.
Moral of the story, just because someone has a jawline doesn't mean they have a mattress.
Oh
Or
my
morals. That is a lot, but you know what?
That
I
was
feel like
a lot.
a lot in Los Angeles. Like you just have sleazy sleazeballs.
I do also
That
just feel
this
like
happens.
but we all always just have that one friend, and like we love this friend, we adore this friend, but they're like constantly falling into like red flags and constantly falling into situations where you're like, girl,
Not
how
even just
how
red
did you get into
flags.
this?
It's like a flag that's on fire, red. It's
Legit,
like
and you're
on
literally
fire and
like,
it needs an antibiotic, red.
and you're like,
The
baby,
flag is
you
itchy.
know, baby, you know that I love you, but why are you rolling around in that shit? Like, oh my
Yeah. Okay,
goodness.
so here's the thing. This
Yeah.
viewer loves a hyper masculine man, and like
Yes.
if you
Yeah.
have bold features, a beard, colored eyes, thick eyebrows, nice hair, like all bets are out the window. You could be a convict, you could be anything under the sun, basically. And this viewer will be like, yes, I'm into it.
I mean, that's kind of hot.
No, it's not. Not being pictured on the cover of America's Most Wanted is not.
You're like literally, I think I've said this before, you're like the mother that has to like keep all of your friends in check, because there's me just like, that's hot, and you're like, no, I'm gonna have to bail Paul out of
Girl,
jail now.
I didn't ask for that. I didn't ask to be nobody's parent. This is why I didn't have kids. Like everybody I went to high school with, because I don't need to be taking care of nobody. I can barely take care of myself. What?
Okay, what about this then? Another red flag or another baggage or whatever. It's like someone that's constantly looking for someone to look after them. Like they can't even look after themselves. Does that make sense?
Oh,
She's
the
gone.
worst. That is the worst. Like, let me tell you, I can't stand when somebody wants to be taken care of and they don't want to work for their own. Like, you are an anchor holding down everybody around you if you're asking them to support you. Also, let me adjust this damn blind because it is all over my face.
Look at that chest. Look at that muscly chest right now. Oh, she thick. Oh, make it bounce. Make make it bounce. Make it bounce. This is why the viewers have to watch on YouTube.
Look, wait until we start releasing our Patreon episodes, and then they have to subscribe to see what's really happening on like the extended version of our podcast. You gotta pay for that. Okay, so let's unpack this for a minute, right?
Yeah. Let's do it.
So baggage. So this whole scenario with this viewer and their person. So to me, immediately when we go out, we're opening 2 tabs, right? Because for every 1 drink that I buy you, you're also going to return that favor. If you don't return that favor, if I buy you a drink and you don't return that favor, it's one and done, and I will milk my drink until the very last moment, close out my tab, sign, tip my person, and I will be out for the rest of the night, because that shows me that you're already trying to cut edges, and we're not doing that.
And let's just clarify for the viewers in Australia. So in most bars, when you drink in the US, like they literally ask you for your card and then you open up a tab, right? Like a lot of bars in the US do that, and then they charge the tab, and then at the end of it, you basically sign to say, yep, paid for that. And so if you're putting down 1 card for the both of you, then you're gonna like that card is gonna cover the entire tab. Whereas like for the viewers in the US, in Australia, you literally pay as you go. Like a lot of bars don't do tabs, I guess, because people just either forget their cards or they never pay. So in Australia, like you literally buy a drink as you go. So do you know what I mean? Like if you were at the bar, okay, so let's say you're in Australia, Russ.
But also in Australia, you guys do single shot drinks.
Well, yeah.
People
actually measure. Yeah.
In LA, they do not. They will pour you 8 ounces of vodka, 2 ounces
it's
of
a gay pour,
and throw a garnish on top and be like, $16.
Yeah, it's a gay pour. And that's why, like, so in Australia, I'll always just be like, let me get you a drink. And then I'll, like, if I'm on a date, I'll be like, no, it's all right. I can get my own drink. Or they'll be like, why don't you just get the next round? So I'm like, okay, cool. We're already opening up a second round. Do you know what I mean? Like you get the first round, I get the second round. But like you said, in most cases, like separate tabs or look, baby, I got my own. Like I can do me. I don't know you.
No. I'm going to buy your first, and then you're going to buy my second, or you're going to figure out how you're going to get home, because 9 times out of 10, I will pick you up on a date. And if you screw me over, you will be finding your own way home, and I will make sure that our date is far enough to where that Uber ride is going to cost you 3 times the amount drinks that you would have bought for me. So your best interest is to always buy me a drink. Because I'm a control.
Okay, then. So I guess that answers my question, because I was like, okay, if you're picking them up, it's because you're a control freak. Where in my mind, if you're picking them up, I'm thinking about the little goodbye kiss or whatever.
Okay, so part of the reason I pick people up, because I still feel like there's like a sense of like romance and dating there. You know what I mean? I'll be like, oh, I can come pick you up, and like we'll go somewhere, and like I'll drive, and make sure my car is washed, make sure I smell good, I'm dressed nice.
Yeah. You're such a gentleman.
If it goes south really fast, I can wrap it. It really depends on like the persona of the other person. Because if it's going bad, I'm like, I'm gonna step out. Good luck getting home. But like, if they're cool and it's just not working out, like I'll be real about it and be like, hey, this isn't really working out, huh? Like, it's cool though. Like, you still want to have a good night. Like, you want to hang out. If not, like, I can take you back. It's not a big deal. And like, a lot of times I'll be like, I can just Uber back. It's not a big deal. And I'm like, oh, okay. Like, well, it's so nice meeting you.
Peace. Yeah. Peace out.
Yeah. So, but to me, I feel like it's 100% baggage if someone's like asking you for money. Oh my God.
Oh gosh. Again, you have a lot of stories about this with the money. Did you just think of another one?
Yes, I did.
Oh
one of our viewers was in the midst of doing a deed. It was a very quick one where you just meet someone and you go back to their place. Dude says, oh, can I ask you a favor? And then this viewer says, okay, baby, anything. And it says, can I borrow $30? And then, mind you, this is the first time they met. And this viewer says, oh, I don't get paid until, Friday. And then the guy goes, so how much you got? And I'm like, how do you get yourself in these situations? Because if someone's asking me to do them a favor, I'd be like, what is it? No. Or I would leave.
The US is crazy.
The US is, the audacity in the United States is wild to me. Clearly.
I would run away. I would be like, oh, no, sorry, no money for you. And then I would just literally leave. I'd be like, bye, I'm going. Thank you.
So, to me, someone asking me for money is a deal breaker, right? When it comes to anything. Now,
anything? Like anything though? Like what if they like genuinely like, hey, I need a bit of help? Like they're your friend or they're like your SO, like...
Nope. There's only 2 or 3 friends who can actually ask me for money that I can trust to pay me back or do me right when they come up. Everyone else can kick rocks because I have a thing with money. Okay, like look, I went on a trip with somebody we're no longer friends, and I'll tell you why. Because it was baggage and it was a red flag. I was like, no. So we went on the trip to Mexico. We were talking about the pricing. The whole we had been consciously talking about the pricing to everything, right? They paid for their flights. They paid for their flights. I paid for my flights. Airbnb had to go on one of our cards. I did it because it was my idea to go on the location. Well, I had this whole itinerary planned when we got there. Like, okay, cool. We're gonna go zip lining. We're gonna go. We're gonna go on a boat tour. We're gonna go on a little gay booze cruise. Like, it'll be fun. All these things planned, right? We were there for 5 or 6 days. I had four events planned. So we had 2 days on 2 days doing whatever we wanted, and 4 days doing adventurous stuff. The moment we land in Mexico, I get, we're gonna have to have a conversation. I'm like, okay. What? And goes, so I'm gonna have to pay you back month by month for how much you put down for this trip. And so at that point, the whole itinerary changes, right? Because I'm not gonna be paying for your excursion. So it's immediately canceled all 4 of the excursions. We're not going on a speakeasy tour. We're not going on the booze cruise. We're not going ziplining. We're not doing the ATVs. None of it. So it's what do we have planned this week? And it's nothing much actually. We're just gonna hang out. Don't you said you had excursions planned? Not if I'm financing you.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
But it's
needless
but
to
it's
say,
also but it's also kind of okay, you've known about this holiday coming up. You've known about this trip coming up. Why have you not saved?
There's always an excuse, right? There's always an excuse. The second red flag with that friend was we had a group chat. We were celebrating one of the holidays, and their family doesn't live close, and their significant other is not close with their family. So we said we could do it at our place, because my family wasn't planning anything. So I'm we'll just do it at our place. So we're talking. The whole 2 weeks I was talking about making pozole, right? I'm making green pozole. We're doing chicken. Doesn't say anything. They both show up. And I'm like, oh, do you want me to serve you a bowl? And they're like, oh, we don't eat pozole.
Did you tell them that?
For 2 weeks, plan this out, made it from scratch, which is several hours. If you're making the tomatillo sauce, tomatillo base, and you got to boil the chicken, you got to strain it, you got to take the fat out, you got all of the above. You got to shred the chicken, you do it all. You got to chop up the cabbage, all of it. And then you're gonna show up to my house day of and be like, we don't eat pozole. So I'm like, oh, you're fucking dead to me.
Did they bring an alternative? Did they at least bring something for them
nasty
to eat?
ass enchiladas with olives in it? And everybody knows you don't put olives in enchiladas. Okay, thank you. Take a seat. Nasty ass.
Not the olives.
Girl, what is this, Trader Joe's? And I love me some Trader Joe's, but come on. That is
Trader Joe's is
not.
great.
Yes, Trader Joe's is great. I go to Trader Joe's all the time. I use their teriyaki chicken, but I don't put the teriyaki in it. And then I buy their patsuyu and I mix the patsuyu with the teriyaki chicken without the teriyaki in it, and it's a patsuyu chicken. Bitch,
Oh my
it's
gosh.
upping you on game, and it's low in
Yum.
fat and low in calories, and it's high in protein. You're welcome.
Yum. That sounds so
So
good.
part of my baggage is when we were talking about all this. Come back to my point. Is money.
Back to my point.
Any type of money situations or money dependency to me is baggage, and part of my own baggage and my past experience of people not doing me well with money. That I got to cut you off. Like, it's not even a question about it.
Yeah.
If you don't have your own, you're not going to be able to have our own.
Yeah. And that's totally true. It's like, I don't even understand how people get into those situations where they're just like, oh, I'll just, spend money and deal with it later. Or like, I'll just ask my friend for some money and I don't know when I'm going to pay them back, but I'll ask them anyway. Like, how do people get into those situations? Like, it really is a red flag. A red flag.
Okay, so you have a big friend group. I
do.
I have a lot of friends, but they're not in one group. Like, they don't know each other. Most of my friends don't know each other, which I don't know if that's weird. But like, I have friends in San Diego, I have friends in San Francisco, I have friends in Chicago, I have friends in New York, I have friends in London, I have friends in Australia, I have friends in Italy, I have friends, I have friends that are like all over the globe.
Mr. Robot.
Like, okay, and they don't know each other. And like, someone told me that I'm a red flag, or that I have baggage because I don't have a friend group of where I live. And I'm like, oh, hold on. Pause. Which, I'll take your opinion on it, because I'm open to your opinion. I trust you. My thing is, I don't like a messy life. I don't like messy individuals. I'm all about having a good time. what I want around me is genuine people, good-hearted people, good personality. If you're not any one of those three, if you're messy, if you're messy, if you're trashy, if you're not like reciprocating what I'm giving to you, then I don't want you around me. Why should I take on that baggage if you're not willing to meet me halfway? And so if I catch wind of, oh, this friend group is messy, like, because this person's mad at this person, but they're all still friends because this person broke up with that. But they're not grown enough to handle their business and like
100%
go. Or this person has done these people wrong behind their back, not knowingly, and I know that this person's boyfriend hooked up with that person, but this person is friends with that person. To me, I don't want to deal with any of that, because I don't want nobody come back to me like, oh, well, but I don't know nothing. I don't want to know nothing. I don't want to be part of this group. I hate you all equally.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, so my thoughts on that.
I hate you all equally.
I hate you. I hate you. I hate you.
You don't get a friend.
You don't get a friend. You don't get a friend. So my thoughts on that is that I actually agree with you. So I am like you too, where I want genuine friendships. And so I think if you see me with my big group of friends, like the group that I always travel with, like the group that I'm always hanging out with, it just so happens that we're all like literally on the same page. Like we've been lucky to find a group of 4 or 5 people where we're all on the same page about things. We can all be real about each other. We can all say like, girl, like, what the fuck? Like, girl, why did you do that? Like, you upset me. And we talk about it. Like, we're all on the same page. Like, there's no messiness in our group because we're genuinely not messy. Like, that's not to say that we don't have messy friends outside of the group, but we still then like talk about that in the group to be like, oh my gosh, like, girl, did you see girl? Did you see her? And it's like, yeah, exactly. So we're friends with messy friends, but in our tight-knit group, like we're all on the same page and we're all
Okay.
like, yeah, we're all genuinely on the same page. So I think we were just lucky to actually have a friendship group where we're actually real. Like, we're not fake, bitch.
So someone told me it's because I have emotional baggage, which I don't have a big friend group. And I'm like, I think it's actually the exact opposite. I think I just have become mature enough to not allow that stuff to occupy my presence or
Yeah.
to even allow it space in my life or give it time or energy, because I'm grown and I've learned from those mistakes because I've been part of it.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be part. I'm very conscious about it. It's how I see it.
Exactly.
Not
And
having
that's what I was going to say. Like, that's literally what I was going to say, that it can come across to someone that you're emotionally guarded, you're emotionally cut off, like all of that kind of stuff. But to me, because I know you, it's because I know that you've been through shit. And it's like, well, I'm aware of like what I deserve, and I'm not going to be around. I'm not going to be putting myself into situations that I don't deserve to be in, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Wait.
Yeah, that's how
Nope.
I feel. Like, I would literally give anybody the shirt off my back. Matter of fact, like my niece's competition, she was in a dance competition recently, and someone walked up to me and they're like, "Can I ask you for a favor?" And like, mind you, I'm like halfway drinking my water, and I'm like trying to get the words out. I'm like, "What's up?" Like, yo, like, what can I like? What's the question? You know, like, I thought this person was like, "Can you take a picture of me and my family with my phone or like whatever?" Right? And I'm like, "I'm game, whatever." He's like, "Can I borrow your hat? Because my daughter left hers at home and they're wearing black hats for their dance competition, and like she's freaking out."
Aww.
And I'm like, "Take off my hat." And you know me, girl, I don't brush my hair, my hat does not come off. So I'm like, say less, like, you go, take the hat, right? Because I've been there. I played sports. I know what it is when you forget something. You're freaking out. You're like, the whole world is falling apart, right? And like, your parents are trying to convince you that it's okay, and you're like, it's not okay. Everything is so bad. It's like, so like once. It was kind of like
That is
that
so
father moment.
nice.
Like once he
Yeah.
looked at me, I was like, "Oh, this man is going through it. I already know his kid is probably losing their shit at home. So like here, like, or losing their shit like in the arena, and they're about to go up in like 4 numbers. So like, take the hat." And then he's like, "Let me get your number." So he texts me, he's like, "Here's the hat back," and I'm like, she don't need it for awards or like pictures for the rest of the night. Like trust me, I have like 10 hats. Take what you need.
Yeah.
And he's like,
Yeah.
She just needed it for the dance, and I'm like, all right, that's cool. Like. But it was just like, and even there were even words like, we put duct tape on it because like we put one of the logos and it was like with duct tape, and like, I hope it didn't mess up the hat. I was like, girl, I jump in the pool with this hat. Like, I'm not worried about this hat. It was just a black hat. So like, I will really give you like anything from me, but like, if I catch like the disingenuine, you know what I mean? And if you're Venmoing me, if you're Venmo requesting me money and asking me to stay at my place when I first meet you, like, we are not doing this. Like, people, we need to learn to see the baggage from a mile away. Like,
okay.
And we need to see the checked baggage. We need to see the receipt. Like, do you have the itinerary on your flight? Like, how many checked bags do you have? You should only have one because you're only traveling for 3 days.
I feel like we, before we go into our oh no moments of the week, I've got a question for you to like close out the baggage, right? Because we all like, we both agree that baggage is fine. Like, well, it's really not, but like everyone has baggage, but it's like, okay, what do you do about the baggage, and are you fucking doing something about it? So my question to you to like close out the baggage conversation is, if you've identified baggage in a date or in a person or in a significant other, are you calling it out?
I think I will, like, in a lighthearted type of way to start with, and not in a messy, shady kind of way. It's more like,
see, I'm the messy, shady one. I will be messy and fucking shady and petty, and I will call it out. And I will be like, I remember I told this guy once, I literally was like, your situation's a little bit messy. Like, you tell me this, but you're doing this. You said you're over this person, but you're clearly not over this person. Like, you just read messy to me. Like, I literally said this to a guy once, like, you just read messy to me. Oh. Bye.
Okay, so I haven't had that caliber of messiness, I will say, but there's been a couple things where it's like, I clocked that. That seems a little off. So I'll be like, you got daddy issues? Like, is that daddy
Oh.
issues? You know, like I'll lean in and say it, like, so that it's not loud. I'm not embarrassing them. And then like sometimes you're like, oh, maybe I do have daddy issues. Like, it sounds like daddy issues, but like we might be able to work with that, you know. And there's always like a spin off to it. I try to be conscious in how I make people feel. I don't ever want anybody to walk away with me and be like, wow, like he was such an asshole. Like, why would he say that? Because I've been around people where I'm like, why would you say that out loud? You know what I mean? Like, we all have our inside voice. That was an inside voice thing to say. You know, like when people say certain things and I look at them like, you legitimately said that out loud. And like, you thought that was a good idea?
Yeah, see, that's definitely something that I need to work on and I need to be conscious about, because that was, I guess, that was like one thing that, shout out to my therapist, like that was one thing that my therapist taught me. Like, you know, if you have anxiety, like one thing to counteract anxiety is to just be honest and seek the truth. So like these days I am very honest and I am very direct, and I've had people say to me like, you've really upset me, or like, why did you say that? Like, it's upsetting. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. Like, I just was being honest. Like, there was no bad intention behind it. I 100.
Okay, so
like,
at least you're willing to say that.
I know, but I need to think about that sometimes because sometimes I don't think everyone's on the same level as me and they don't appreciate honesty. And so when I'm like fucking honest and direct and it upsets someone, I'm like, okay, I need to remember that some people are sensitive. Like,
I'm talking more like when someone will be like, I don't know. I don't even want to say this out loud because like I don't want someone to cut it and be like, look what Russell said. But like, if someone has a commentary on someone's weight because that's not what they look like, and they're just going to say it out loud and be like, wow, I can't believe that person looks like that. It's like, well, first of all, like, they could have a thyroid issue. They could have this. There's a number of things that could be happening, and that's none of your business. Like, I've had people at work tell me, one of my jobs, y'all know I have multiple jobs. You know, like this person's presence is disgusting to me, and then I flash on them like, excuse me, what, like you're some prize to look at, you know?
I love that.
But in my mind, I'm like, why would you say that out loud? Like, you're gonna say like, oh, this person's not pleasant to look. Because what? Because you think you're cute? Because you're not. That Botox ass forehead don't look good. Your face looks terrible, and their highlights look like they're dusty, girl. Okay, you look like a broom tip, and you ever want to think you're cute with these highlights. Baby, sit down before I read you the filth, because you already look filthy. I'm gonna call you Joe Dirt, and you're a female. Get out of my face.
And with that, the baggage claims are checked in.
Check, baby, check, and we charged you for it, $50.
Venmo
Requesting every single one of our viewers. So if you listen to this episode, we got you.
Do you have an oh no moment of the week?
I have a few oh no moments of the week. Okay.
Oh my gosh. Do you want to start with one then? Or do you want me to go first?
One of my oh no moment of the week is that I got sick. Girl, my tonsils were just my throat was like inflamed.
Oh no.
But I was still trying to sing in the shower and it was not cute. And I strained my voice and I had to go to the doctor, and the doctor was like, yeah, your voice is shot. Like, you need to not be working. Which luckily I have some days off, but I was like, what happened? And he was like, basically I had this like rare form of like the flu or a cold, and it specifically attacked like it specifically attacked my like vocal cords in a sense, and like made my throat raw, not to the point of like laryngitis, but my voice was like cracking and like it was just not there.
Wow.
And I'm like, girl, what is this from? And he's like, you're not resting. And I don't like those, like, y'all, you know me, like I'm I'm working 9 to 5, and then I'm
Yeah.
working 5 to midnight, and then I'm like creating from midnight to 2 a.m. and then I'm up again at 7 for the gym, back to work at 9. Like I'm like,
You really are.
fuck.
You really are. Yeah, you really do. Mm.
That's one. What's yours?
Mine's stupid. So have you watched Squid Games?
The new one? No, I've watched the first one.
Okay, you've watched the first one. So
Yeah.
like that little bitch, like the red light, green light bitch.
Someone's like, "Na, na, na, na,
And then it's like and then like so my oh no moment my oh no moment of the week is like getting the reminder that her and I have something in common, which is our eyes. You know how her eyes like scans the room?
na." Why did you do it like that?
So the other day I went out for drinks with my straight girlfriends, and one of them literally was like, baby, you need to calm down because your eyes are literally going crazy right now, scanning this room, looking at the men. And I was like, oh my gosh. Because my friends used to give me shit. They would always be like, oh, Polly's on. Polly's got her eyes on. And I'm like, what the fuck do you mean? And they're like, your eyes are literally scanning the room right now. And I'm like, I'm just looking at the market.
And you know what? And when it's available, you need to check it out. It's
So
like,
there's me.
na, 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 na.
Yes.
Baggage, dead, 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 dead.
Oh, that's my red flag. My eyes are like, I'm listening to you. I'm listening to you, but I'm really like looking over there because that's that's literally me and my bestie Bruno. That's how we talk. Where me and Bruno will be having a full, deep conversation, like a full, deep, emotional, meaningful conversation, and we stop the conversation when we're like, "Who is that man?" And then the man like walks past, and then afterwards we're like, "So how are you going anyway? Like, what's been going on?"
Squirrel. I can be similar. That's funny.
Yeah. What's your other one?
Who was that? That's always my thing.
What was that?
Who was that? My other oh no moment of the week was I lost my pillbox with my breath in it. Oh,
How does this is another one we could do. I guess differences between the US and Australia. So how do you pay for and get prep in the US?
so I don't, right? So
So I don't. No, like how does it actually work? Like how does it work?
so there's this website called Mister that you go through. It's MISTR, and you submit to them. They ask you if you have insurance, or if you don't have insurance. Either way, you're gonna get prep. They have subsidized funding that will pay for you if you don't have insurance. If you do have insurance, part of your insurance will cover it. The rest of your co-payments or whatever will come out of the subsidiary that gives Mr. funding. So you have two choices. You can do your blood by yourself, where you like prick your finger and you fill in the little dots on the little pamphlet that they give you. There's like 4 or 5 circles.
Wow. Okay.
Or you can go to a lab tech where they will do a phlebotomy and take out, 3 vials of all that. They'll test you from everything from A to Z. And, in 3 days, you get your results. And then the doctor will call you and be like, okay, so like you're good now for the next 3 months. We're going to send you 3 months worth of prep in the mail.
Yeah.
And they'll ask you if you want Doxy for post exposure. So then, and I think, I don't need it, right? Because I'm not running around. Um,
You're not outside.
I'm not outside, right? So
Yeah.
not right now. Not right now, anyways. But I just think it's good practice to take it because, like I've had scares in the past. So I think you should
Yeah.
really take care of your
Yeah.
health and your well-being and your mental well-being, because if taking the one
Yeah.
pill a day makes
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
sane, like, hey, if something was to
Exactly.
come this way, like I know I'm protected.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they mail it to you, and there's no out-of-pocket expense. And if you have insurance, great. If you don't, then that's okay too.
Yeah. See, in
How do you guys do
Australia,
it?
in Australia, so there's obviously like the free services that the government provides, like the free sexual health services. So you can do all of that, like, and you get it for free. I can't remember if there is an age restriction or not, or like an age limit. I do know that maybe it's 26 or 27, where
So death.
26 or 27 under, it's free, like completely free. What did you say to death?
So,
Twink
so
death.
it's death. So like when you die, it's not
They've
free.
aligned exactly. They've aligned twink death with prep payments. So and then after that you have to pay for like the doctor's appointment. So yeah, and then you basically just get a script from the doctor, and then you can go to any chemist and just get the medication. So maybe it sounds a bit easier here than in the US. I'm not sure.
I love that you guys call it chemist. That's like my favorite.
Oh, pharmacy? You guys call it pharmacy?
Yeah, we call it a pharmacist.
Yeah, we call it the chemist.
Pharmacy. Oh, fancy.
The pharmacy.
Pharmacy child. Y'all got money.
We still need the gay doctor episode. We've been talking about gay doctor episode for a while now. We need that.
We probably. I'll find one.
I think I met a gay doctor the other day.
I think I know one.
You do? Yeah, you should get him on the show.
Do you need a checkup?
Should we have an episode where we're both getting a checkup at the same time?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That'll be on Patreon.
This is chaotic now.
There's a site that's named for that. Things like that.
But we do. We do need to get the viewers' ideas on stuff that we can talk about.
Yes. So please head over to @GoodDayGayPodcast. Drop us your baggage stories. Give us your baggage claim number. Let us know how you got to your destination with the baggage that you had. Or how you got to your destination with the person you met and their baggage. Again, we're still trying to get to 100,000 followers. So subscribe, share. The best thing, honestly, the one genuine thing that we can ask anybody to do who's listening to our podcast is to share it with one friend. So if we can just get everybody to share the podcast with one friend, that's enough in itself. So Good Day Gay Podcast, Russell X Raymond for myself, and Mr_Biohan to get at Paul. If you want to slip into our DMs and talk to us and have personal conversations, please do. We love to talk about you when we're not on air.
Please do. We won't respond, but we'll also talk about you on air.
We'll say "seen" underneath it, okay? And with that being said, y'all, good luck, because I'm gonna go drink now that I'm better, and Paul's gonna go drink now that he's better. So with that being said, good day, gay. Bye.
Bye.